So this is the team I'm going to be entering in the GC, I think. It's a pretty weird team. It's obviously some sort of weird sunroom thing, but it has multiple different ways to win the game on the first turn. Way number one is I can click Entity Sneasler and just go Entity Sneasler. That's fine. Way two is I can click something like Entity with After You and Torkoal and go turn one After You, Fire Terra, Life Orb Eruption, GG, Shake My Hand if I'm not like afraid of like Sashes or Weathers. Another really cool lead I can do is go with Oranguru, and I really think that this Oranguru set is the perfect Oranguru set at getting up TR. You can't spore it or redirect it with Rage Powder because I can go Grass Terra. You can't taunt it with Prankster or non-Prankster mons because I have a Mental Herb, and you can't fake out it because I have Inner Focus. So this Oranguru should realistically be able to always get up Trick Room, right? So the thing we want to do here is we want to lead Oranguru and Klefki. And turn one, we're going to set a screen, the one that will preferably let our Oranguru not lose the game that turn. So like we allow them to taunt us, we allow them to fake out, we screen the other option from the other mon that would be a problem, and we set TR. And then I'm sure you can see our item on our Klefki here. What we can do is go for an Iron Ball, which is going to make me really slow. We get to go for a Steel Beam with our Klefki, full special attack Klefki, and just pop something. Just do a lot of damage into it. And then an instruct into that same Klefki to double tap one slot or two slots or whatever. We can double tap the Steel Beam. What that does is that lets Klefki just dip on turn one of our TR, and we get a free swap into our Torkoal, and we continue the After You instruct train. What's really cool too is if like I have to come in with like Typhlosion or Sneasel or Entity and my Trick Room is still up, I can just click After You instead and go for like a Specs Typhlosion, you know, Eruption or something like that. So in a matchup against something like, you know, against something like T-Tar or Excadrill, I can do that whole Klefki thing and then come in with Torkoal and go for like those Eruptions, break the Excadrill, lose the Torkoal, then come in with the Typhlosion and After You before the T-Tar can hit me and finish off the rest of the T-Tar, finish off their last mon, and still win the game. So we have some really cool outs. I don't think this team is going to be like absolutely like broken. I'm not planning on winning the GC, but I was thinking really cool techs that like, you know, I haven't really seen that many people use recently, and I think this could be something that could be a lot of fun. So even though we're probably only going to play like, you know, 5 or 10 games, but I think we're going to get some pretty fun wins with this team. So let's go play some games, and I'll show you guys how this team works. And wish me luck. Here we go. Cool. So our first game is up against like Semi-Room, but Torkoal underspeeds all of these. So if I get up the TR, I should be able to win. So what we do is we lead like Klefki and Oranguru, right? The only thing that this really loses to is crits, really, really aggressive double ups on the Oranguru, or like Imprison / Roar. If you have Imprison / Roar, I can take the L. I haven't lost yet because I still have my Typhlosion in the back, but like, you know, because like if you roar at my Oranguru and it brings in my Typhlosion, I'm about to be clapping that Ursaluna's cheeks. But, you know, we'll see how this works. The fact that team doesn't have Wide Guard means I'm going to be in a pretty good spot. But let's see. If you want to Trick Room me, bruh, don't do it. Don't Trick Room me, bro. Sheesh. Ursa Wims. Is that going to be TR Wims? What we thinking? Okay, so I could Reflect here. I could Light Screen here. I could do a few different things here. I will Reflect because I'm not afraid of a Wims. I don't want to get like Headlong Rush by Banded Ursa, right? That's how this would work. And we'll just Trick Room. Okay, this ain't gonna be good for your boy over here. I mean, for him. Can Roar get redirected? It can. Yeah, it can. So I just want redirection. Choice Specs Typhlosion is such a 5. It's good. SD, he's cooking, dude. He's cooking. I see you cooking over there. Cool. So the cool thing about this that I really, really like. Now, I don't care what you do to this Klefki. I don't care what you do to it. And Klefki could have set Trick Room itself. I also have the Dark Tier here. If I want to stop them from doing like... I mean, I could go for Light Screen. I can do whatever I want here. You can Encore my Klefki. I don't particularly care. But right now, my Klefki underspeeds my Oranguru. So I'm going to be able to go for a Steel Beam into an Instruct and just double tap something. Worry Seed. He's trying to take away my Prankster. Now, I would have still gotten my ability off. That's so funny. Like, if I just wanted to put a light screen up, I could have got it off. But this is fine. Worry Seed's cool tech, though. So we're going to rip a Steel Beam, and we underspeed their Luna because we're rocking an Iron Ball set. And you know what? 1, 2, 3. Eyes on me. Do I get to do a second one? Oh! Because he has a tail one, too. Oh, my gosh. I'm popping it off here. And I missed my Steel Beam. No. Why did I miss Steel Beam? Oh, dude. Never lucky, dude. Never lucky. Never lucky, dude. Cut the tape, bro. I hate my life. Yo, come on. That was game. That was so game, by the way. What is Steel Beam, like a 95%? Oh, my gosh. I was about to shadow on that person so hard. That's fine. We still win. But, like, bro. Never lucky. Straight up. Never, ever, ever lucky. The unrivaled. Yeah, we still win, but like, I would have won more if I had my Oranguru. I want to see if it's Sash Wims. It is, cool. So we double tap. Yeah, imagine if like there was already that Ursa on off the board, because like right now they can protect, and like they can wait out my TR here, which is unfortunate. Imagine if the Ursa was just gone because I Steel Beamed correctly, and I still have my Oranguru, like... Dude, that'd have been so sick. I can't believe I missed that Steel Beam, dude. Alright, he just eats it. Cool. Usually they cut Protect for Swords Dance on those sort of teams. So we tap the Ursa, and then we tap the Wims with Typhlosion. Because remember, they do have a Tailwind up. But imagine, like, a world where I still have my Klepki, I brought in the Torkoal, I could double tap everything, like, ugh. And you couldn't go for, like, Encore plays, because I have Mentor. Alright, let's see what the last two Mons are. They still have Terra, so they can, like, Water Terra Dango, but, like, bro, I'm about to be... I'm big. I'm telling you, I'm big and strong. And I'm mean. Dude, I got the Sunny D, taste the power of the sun. Superior ain't it, bro. Nope. Goldango? Kill... Oh my gosh, no, bro, I don't even need your expiring Tailwind. I just underspeed all your stuff. Trick Room Typhlosion saves the day once again. Gaming. This team is diabolical, especially if all the tech does what you want it to do. It does, right? I don't care how many Water Terrors you got, bro. You're gone. Ground? More like, you're grounded, bro. I'm about to be eruptioning this. Let's go. Eruption. Pop it. Oh! Is your Typhlosion slow? No, it's full speed. Because, like, we want to go fast, too. So, like, if I want to go, like, into the Sneasler Typhlosion, like, I can. Whew. Dude, this team cooks. This team cooks. Alright, so this is a bad matchup. This is T-Tar, right? There are, like, 4 different ways I can play around this. Which one do you guys think we should do? It's the Indity Sneasler part that's getting me really bad. So I need to TR, but at the same time, like, bring in Torkoal in the mid game. I mean, this board lets me get that off, but, like... I mean, I could go Torkoal Oranguru and just pivot in. I could just Protect. What do you do? Knock off? Don't really care about that. These are fine. Alright, I'm gonna try these. Let's just try these. This is a bad matchup. T-Tar's hard to fight for this team. I haven't really figured out my lines. I also think if they didn't have Indity Sneasler, what I would do versus that team was lead Indity Torkoal or even Indity Oranguru and just go after you my own Mon and just TR or Eruption. Actual T-Tar is very standard here. I'm going to go for my Trick Room and Reflect. Reflect's still probably the right play because they have like Sneasler and stuff in the back too. And then I'm going to double tap that T-Tar into a million pieces. I could even just Protect here and go like Trick Room with my Klepki if I really needed to. I can even Trastalize it to make sure it doesn't die or anything. But we'll Trick Room here. I think we can live the knockoff and like an Iron Head, and they can't flinch if we get the Reflect off. And really cool to see a Terra out of that T-Tar. That should be great for us. So now we just pop it with Torkoal. Yeah, that's fine. Easy peasy. We still want to run into it with Torkoal because it can't protect like Excadrill can, but you know, we're fine. The only way Oranguru loses here is crit knockoff or whatever moves you're gonna use. Yeah, don't care. Yep. If you take out the Klefki too, like I'm super happy about that. Crunch is fine, just don't crit. Awesome. We're gaming. Alright, now because you went and got a bunch of damage on my Klefki, I actually don't have to go for the Steel Beam play, which means I can just protect my Oranguru and go for a Steel Beam into your T-Tar. And again, you want to hit the T-Tar because it can't protect. Because they're vested, usually. And then that should set up for Torkoal to come on the board and just go Eruption, Eruption. Even if I miss the Steel Beam, it's not the end of the world, but like, come on. I can't just miss all my Steel Beams. Let's go. Yep, and then Eruption's going to double tap that thing. Cool. Now, if they want to swap out the T-Tar to be able to reset the weather, it won't get them that much value. Torkoal and Oranguru have too much going for them right now. And if I was afraid of like a fake out, like let's say they had like an Incin or something else in the back, I would be bringing Indeedee as that 4th Mon to be able to stop them from like fake outing my Torkoal once the TR sweep is already in action. So just letting you know, like we have outs versus a lot of different stuff. Because they only have like Sneasler, which doesn't usually have fake out on Indeedee teams, like this means we're fine with Typhlosion, which is better into Sneasler usually. So we're going to Instruct, and then that Sash Excadrill is going to get double tapped, and the T-Tar is going to go down, and they're going to come out with Indeedee Sneasler, and I'm going to double tap those as well. And they can only have one Sash, so it's probably going to be Scarfed Indeedee, which means we're gaming. And they've already Terra'd, like, should be good. Yep, it's the right play to pit out the T-Tar to come back in and take away the weather, but, like, I think we still got it. Even if you protect the Excadrill, you're going to lose a Mon this turn, and I'm just going to clap. Big clap. The clapper. The clapping. Yeah, let's see it. Reg H isn't unnerved more optimally because most teams are running Citrus. No. Sand is the best weather for it's the biggest check to rain. Like there's a bunch of good sand teams right now. Sand is really, really good. Breaks Sash on a lot of mons. Protect is fine there. We're always gonna be able to break that thing with Eruption, even if it's not sunny. So we're gonna pop this thing. Good thing I only have to take one hit from my own life orb. I think we still break the T-Tar. Unnerved's cool on T-Tar, but like if you weren't pairing with an Excadrill, like maybe, but like T-Tar needs the sand. It gives it a Spadef boost too, like it lets it do chip, like there's a lot of value in T-Tar. Not an Excadrill fan. You can use Lycanroc and you can use Houndstone, and both of those are very, very solid options. Both of those are solid options in my opinion. Lycanroc is very underrated. I think, because it's fast, really fast. I think we break the T-Tar here. Because we got the double dip. Just making sure. Instruct. Eruption. It's going to do double split damage versus both, but I think we break the T-Tar here. Let's see. If they were still rock type, it'd be different, you know? But they're not. They with their Terra. Yeah, that's it. Got it. The Sand Rush version on Lycanroc. There's a Sand Rush version. It's the one with 112 base speed. And so it speed creeps things like Mousehold really, really well. It gets Howl. So you can go into like a Howl mode with your T-Tar. And then they have one Mon left. There's one turn of TR. And we still have a Typhlosion in the back ready to go. So even if they have like Sneasler or something, like Typhlosion's usually pretty good into that. Dude, this team is so sick. And now I can go for a Weather Ball Rock. Don't think I won't, dude. I'll do it. Rock and roll out here, dude. Yeah, let's see it. My team is regional worthy. This team is not regional worthy. This would not work in an open sheet. This would not work in an open sheet. Closed sheet only, but it's fine. Let's see. It's really cool stuff. All right, you can go Protects. There's a bunch of different things you can do in this situation. Protect is fine. Cool, we got it. Awesome. Just enough turns to win the game. And the reason it works is, like, they protected with what they could protect, but, like, those teams don't usually carry a ton of protects. So that game went perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. And Torkoal Oranguru wins the game. It's what we like to see out here. That's what this guy wants to do. That's how he wants to play it. Fine. 2 can play at that game. Thrice. We can play... Thrice of us can play at this game. There we go. You were testing unaware Skeletors with a Life Orb, Torch Song, Slack Off, Ghost Burr. I don't think you need Life Orb on that mon. You'd probably be better off with, like, Goggles? Something else, like maybe Lefties, you know? Pretty hyped to watch you stream the Digimon game. I was going to tell you to, like, check it out, because I know you were talking about the new Legends game, and I don't know, you were talking about, like, you haven't seen any negative reviews about Legends. I played it at Worlds. I was one of, like, the content creators that got to play it. Legends seems like a great game. Seems like a really fun and unique and, like, good way to play Pokemon that we have not seen in, like, quite a while. I'm not even going to tarry here, but I'm just going to cook them. After you, protect, go nuts. How many sashes you got, bro? I didn't even see. I didn't lead Frisk, so they don't have to show their tech. Dump it. But yeah, I think the Digimon game is going to be a lot of fun. You know, I've been a Digimon fan since day 1. You know, I've been going to the gym every single day, bring my Digivice with me. I make Digimon videos on the side channel. Like, Digimon's my thing. The Legends EA seems like a really good take, and, like, I think the PvP is going to be a lot of fun. You don't have to play 4-player. You can play 1v1 PvP, and, like, I think it might be somewhat competitive. Dude, it's going to get worse for this guy before it gets better. Because I could just do it again. Uh-oh. What if I did it again? What if I did it thrice? See, that's what I like about this team. It's like hyper Sunroom. Like, obviously this guy's team's terrible, but, like, when they don't have the defensive tools, like the wide guards, the weather control, you're just like, clap, you know? And it's really hard to see that that's the play. You know, Jolteon would normally outspeed Indeedee. You know, you can do whatever you want over here, but, like, Scarf Indeedee after you is degenerate. It's the good stuff. He's like, ha, I mean to be fine. I outspeed this. Gravity, Darkrai, Groudon, but keep getting hard countered by Zama, Lunala, Wide Guard teams. What could I bring in the back to counter? So, I've actually been using a bunch of different Darkrai teams on YouTube. If you actually go take a look at, like, the past, like, 3 or 4 different, like, Reg J teams I've done, I think I've done a lot of Darkrai recently. And I have, like, 2 more Darkrai teams coming out this week. The trick is to have the Darkrai, but not need the Darkrai. You're trying to, like, force gravity. And I think you should just have, like, a Gravity 2-mon core with, like, Darkrai in its setter, and not go, like, hard into it. Make them over-respect the fact that you can use Darkrai, and then just do something different, right? So I've actually, my newest vid that comes out in a couple days for Reg J is actually Darkrai and Miraidon, because they cover each other so differently. Yes, I cannot use them together, but Miraidon, like, massively checks all the other stuff that would give us problems normally. That's Eevees Sylveon too, that's crazy. Like, the Sylveon living and the Umbreon going down, it's definitely how you know it's AV. Even if they want to, like, quick attack, quick pixelate, it's not going to work. Yeah, YouTube channel link is right here. And we're cooking. No priority moves, like, that's just so good, man. Just eruption. I love Torkoal. Torkoal's strongest soldier over here. Dumpy. Wins up. We love to see it. Yeah, I think Darkrai is really, really cool. Like, I actually think a lot of the different, like, sweet scent users can make Darkrai really, really good as well. Another thing that I've been doing as well, when I run Darkrai, if you want to run a bulkier Darkrai, Darkrai has inherently, like, a good matchup into, like, Lunala, and you could just run Taunt. So you can just taunt them, soak some damage, and then Dark Void. Like, easy peasy. We're gonna try these. Cool. Let's try this. This is going to be really weird. I don't know if we'll be able to win this one. They have a lot of good tech. The Pelipper makes things complicated. They're playing like a... It's not 2-2-2. It's 2-2. You can go Pelipper, Archrain, or you can go Mouseape, and then you add, like, you know, the Klefki or the Rilla for more support. So you have, like, just two main teams that you can do it. So it's not 2-2-2, but it's a little bit different. And I think, you know, we're getting to the point in the stream where, you know, I've won every game that I've played with this team for the most part. And I start getting a little bit greedy. So let's see what they want to do here. Arch and Mouse. Awesome. So, like, Typhlosion's going to clap hard. AV, and you show Sash? Goggles. Cool. So we can clap with Typhlosion. I'm not seeing an issue with Eruption. And CC. You can swap in Pelipper, but it shouldn't be able to eat all this, is my thought. And I don't care if you, what you do. Like, I could have swapped in, also, I could have swapped out my Typhlosion for Torkoal there, too, if I wanted to. It's good damage. I could have just ripped your Arch a new one, though. Damn, I really wanted that thing to go down that turn. I really, really wanted that Pelipper to go away. I really tried to get the Pelipper off the board there. Unfortunate. Electro Shot's fine. I don't think they break Sneasler in one hit, since this is a very bulky Sneasler. Let's see, though. Typhlosion? Oh, cool. That's fine. That's actually good and bad that I'm alive. I'm going to pivot to my Torkoal and go for just a Dire Claw into Pelipper. Reason why you don't need to... Actually, Throat Chop is always actually a little bit better. Throat Chop's better in Pelipper because if they went Steel Terra, the Dire Claw would whiff, and if they went Ghost Terra on close combat, that would whiff. And I think being able to cycle my Typhlosion, use it just a little bit later, lock in like Heat Wave or Shadow Ball is going to be massive. Locking up this Pelipper is huge. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care about this. Anything that wants to pivot in here takes decent chip. Also cool. Yeah. It's fine with me. Here's their Terra. Awesome. So I can see what their Terra is here. If you kind of come in with like... I'm trying to think. Do you go like Bug or Grass? It's flying. Huh. Okay. Very cool. Power? Electro Shot? Yeah, there it is. So you can pivot out for the Electro Shot play, but then you lose your... You do lose the... What is Ramon that is that turn? The Pelipper. You know, it's funny, if they wanted to click Feint here, I could one-shot their mouse hold with upper hand. This is going to be Pelipper, right? And you can hit one of my Mons. Getting that Pelipper off the board is going to allow me to send out Typhlosion and just lock into like Shadow Ball or something. And I don't care if they go into the Pelipper. Or sorry, I don't care if they go into the Sneasler slot. Don't really care who they hit. I did the right move with Torkoal too, yep. 100% did the right move with Torkoal. This is Weather Ball. Thanks for the rain, my friend. Taste the power of Torkoal. Weather Ball. Shouldn't get the kill, but it's a lot. Yep, and that's probably enough for Indity to come in and get the W. But it's hard to say. It's hard. I think Indity gets the W here, though. Because now your Wi-Fi user is gone. Let's see if it's Rilla. Fuck! Dude, that sucks. Hey, good play, good play. I see you. Alright, so how do we win here? There is ways to win, but it's so small here now. You have to fodder the Typhlosion. And then bring back out the Indity and go... Expanding Force, Eruption. Yeah. In the rain. Yeah, I should have knew it was real. I thought it was going to be Comfey. Miracle Seed, yep. Yes, they did not click U-turn. That's so good. Draco, wow. Oh, that's incorrect. Huh. Alright. That should still KO. Pivoting for Mouse. It's a Friend Guard boost here, but like, I vibe with this. And now I can reset Weather to pin the... If I get the Arch off the board, I win the game this turn. And I outspeed Arch. It's just Friend Guard plus AV versus Timid Specs Shadow Ball. Let's go. Nice. Love it. Gaming. We did it. Whew, that's a hard matchup, man. That's hard. Typhlosion gaming. And we just pivot out for Torkoal here and we're good. Didn't even use Terra. Torkoal should be able to like finish the game off by itself, realistically. You're probably going to follow me here. It'd be cool if Entity get the KO, but like, we'll see. If you just go fake out follow me, I think we just pivot up the Entity. Awesome. Damage. Almost. Yeah, Warhammer's totally fine. Cool. So you can't... You should not be able to stop the Torkoal from winning with Eruption. I'm not seeing anything you really can do. Because, well, we'll see. We know that it's Goggles, so it's not like Wide Lens Pop Bomb, you know? So you can kill my Typhlosion here, but like Eruption should be able to win out. You could Super Fang, but I still get it. And you're going to have to Grassy Glide my Typhlosion. I guess the only way I could see you winning is Super Fang, Torkoal, Stomping Tantrum crit, and I double miss my Heat Wave. And then you Grassy Glide pin. That's the only thing I can see. Oh, that's fine. I don't care about Stomping. Like, even a Stomping crit from here, without the Super Fang involved, like, it doesn't do it. Yep. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, just being at half is fine. I think. I'm pretty sure. Friend Guard's a thing. Nice. Yeah, I did not want to miss that Heat Wave. Missing that Heat Wave would be... Don't need to miss Heat Wave. Torkoal busted! And we take those wins all the way to the bank out here. I should just play this in the GC. Oh, wait, I am. Oh, wait. I am. Love that. That team, I hope this guy cooks me so hard. Dude, that team is sick. I love what you're doing with this. I hope I get absolutely decimated. I'm going to go for my standard play here. The standard. Like, I don't need to be weird about this. I think this is cool. That team is so cool. I think once we can find the Sash, you know, if that's not... Do they bring Stonjourner here? I think you have to, and I don't want them to. And I think you should disguise Zoroark as Stonjourner here. Won a ladder tour with my team last night. Went 3-0. Another turn this money. Congrats. Congrats. Big gaming. But let's see what they got here. I think that we got shots depending on how they want to go. Like, one defensive Terra doesn't get you out of this. You need multiple ways to stop the AoE, right? And if you want to open up Stonjourner and that's like cloaked and I just clap it with like a steel beam, that's game I win. You know, if it's not sashed. Stonjourner is the one mon that's going to be the Enigma in this matchup because it gets wide guard. Okay, this is actually fine. So I'm just going to go white screen. Because like white screen, the reason why you don't, against a team like this, you don't want to disguise Zoroark as all like those special attackers. That's like the one thing about that team that's a little weird is like Zoroark, you need to disguise Zoroark as physical attackers, right? So then they're like, I'm going to put up a reflect against teams that have screens, right? It doesn't work when you have all special attackers. Because like white screen just says like, even if one of those is Zoroark, I don't care, you know? And we'll see what they got. Stonjourner first position makes me really understand that they know that that Pokemon is very valuable in this matchup. But if I can get the Stonjourner off the board or break its sash, I will win then. Or like I will be fine. Hyper Voice, yep. So that could be either of those. It's probably Zoroark. He Crash Mao. That is fine. Torko's on the board now. It does. I'm wondering if it's going to use, like, let's see what happens here. I really am wondering if they're going to have wide guard. If they have wide guard, like, that sucks. Oh, that's weird. Weird guard. There it is! Yes! That's so good for me. That's exactly what I needed to happen. So good. Let's go. Dumpied. No Terra. Let's go! And Sash about to get broke on the Stonjourner. That was the right play. Wide guard, never heard of it, bro. Put some respect. Perfect. And let's see if this is sashed, because it would clock it even though it's resisted, because, like, Stonjourner's not that strong. Oh, yes! Let's go! And now I can just go Eruption, Instruct Eruption. Oh! Because it's Sash Limbs. Oh, love Life Orb Torkoal. I earned a World's Invite off Life Orb Torkoal. I've always used Life Orb Torkoal. It's either Specs or Orb. I'm not some common charcoal Andy. Yup. Cool. GG's. This team is so good. Battle's canceled. They know what's up, bro. They know what's up. This team is perfect. Oh my gosh, it's so great. So plugging all this stuff in, you got the sun up. You know, you have all these different multipliers on the board. So if you have like 92 to 105 base, if we were to put the charcoal on there, yes, you still get the KO, but look how much more damage you do by plugging in the Life Orb. 111's our low roll. 120. That's a whole extra 10% on that first eruption, which everyone knows you only need to get the first one, right? It's the first one that matters. And then when Torkoal is at 90%, eruption's not even, it's an eruption after the first tick is still the same strength realistically as a charcoal Torkoal is. So you get more damage, and then you get the same amount of damage, and then after your like third and fourth tick, then you would swap over to using like Heat Wave. And then your Heat Waves are way stronger, right? So, and remember, the first eruption on a Torkoal is always the most important. So what's really cool about this is it gives you like a lot more damage on moves like Heat Wave and Weather Ball. Remember how we used Weather Ball there? So you see that Weather Ball Okos, that Stonjourner on the low roll, right? But if we had charcoal, they could have lived. They could have lived. They could have been the boy who lived, especially if they had like a 4/4/4 set because they weren't sashed. So like, they had a 4% chance to live, you know? Right? So it's like, that's why you use the life orb.